It's Monday, Easter Monday, and you're watching Morning Live. And if you're in Gauteng, particularly in Johannesburg, well, you'll know that one of the biggest events that takes place in this part of the world is the Rand Easter Show. And always, every year, one of the big things to look forward to is the displays by the army. Sam Marshall is there. Let's catch up with him and see what people can look forward to today. Sam?
Good morning, Peter. Good morning to the viewers. Yeah, rightfully said, one of the big things here at the Rand Easter Show is the SANDF display area, I should say. It's about the exhibition, everything you can think of, the jets, helicopters, armored tanks, ground assault vehicles, it's all here. We've actually moved our location from where we were a little bit earlier, from the kids' family area, to something deeply serious. This is really about boys and their toys. Right now I'm joined by SANDF spokesperson Brigadier General Kolani Mabanga. General, thank you very much for joining me on Morning Live. Over the last couple of years, this has really become one of the big features of the SANDF. We've nearly had close to 70,000 people over the last couple of days. They must love this.
Good morning, Sam, and to the viewers too. Yes, people do love it and they like it, and each and every year we try to increase and improve on what we are bringing to the show. Even this year we have all this area which is equipped or manned with all the equipment that we find in the South African National Defence Force. We have all the elements of the South African National Defence Force, that's the Army, Air Force, Navy, and the South African Military Health Service, as well as the Special Forces, and they have all brought their equipment that they use in the execution of their duties.
Well, the capability display ends today. Why is it so important for the SANDF to get amongst the people, to share their capabilities, the kind of hardware that they use? Even you use these opportunities as career opportunities to engage with young people.
Yes, what we do, or what the Rand Show offers us, is offers us an opportunity where we can bring our equipment and display it so that people can have a know of what is it that we use and how we use it. And then our guys will be explaining to the people or to the visitors what is this piece and what is it used for. That's one. Two, we also have career exhibition stalls where all the services of the South African National Defence Force, together with the Reserve Force as well as the chaplains, they explain career opportunities available in the South African National Defence Force. And that helps us, and therefore, to increase the awareness of public about the South African National Defence Force.
It's also about changing the perception. It's not only about war, but it's enforcing peace. There's humanitarian missions that the SANDF go on as well.
That's correct, Sam. Like you have seen on the capability demonstration that we've been doing since Friday, we're trying to show people that other than just fighting wars, there are other activities that we do, be it a rescue mission, be it assisting in humanitarian assistance, like the bridge that we are standing over now. Should there be any crisis where people are cut off from one community to another community, we can be able to set up a bridge and help in those regards, which we are currently doing in certain areas within the country.
This bridge we're on took about an hour to set up, but it gives us an amazing vantage point of the 10,000 square meters that you're occupying here at the Rand Easter. What are some of the hardware on display over the next couple of 10 days?
We have the helicopters, we have some boats from the Navy, we have the diving tank from the Navy, as well as we have the boats that are used by the Special Forces, especially those that are seaborne, as well as on the other side where we have South African Military Health Service. We have a lot of equipment that we use in our health or health professional facilities, be it in hospital or in a sick bay, what we use the sick bay. So there's a lot to see besides the capability demonstration that we've been doing, which will come to an end today, where we are also showing people what is it that we can do and how we can do it, starting with the military police as well as the dropping of certain elements as special forces.
But it's not only about seeing. We're allowed to touch, climb in, experience. You've got technicians on hand that'll explain to you if you're that kind of techie and you want to know what button does what. There's somebody at every vehicle, every helicopter, and every piece of equipment to explain to you what it actually does on the ground.
Definitely, Sam. Each and every equipment is manned by the experts that are using it. And then they love telling the people what is that equipment and what is it used for, what are its advantages and disadvantages, and how best we utilize it to pursue or in the execution of our duties. So all the equipment that we have is manned by South African National Defence Force personnel coming from those different areas. If it's SAMs, then you have SAM specialists. If it's the army, then you'll have specialists from the army in that particular environment.
Okay, so I would obviously love the explosions, but there's a lot of other stuff in terms of display that you can come and watch. The capability display ends today. What else can you look forward to if you're coming here? If you're a family, if you're a father, a son, the moms even, I imagine.
The stall that is more interesting to other people besides the hardware equipment that people like to climb and play around with, it is the career exhibition stall where people can ask many questions as they wish in terms of how do you get into the South African National Defence Force, what criteria or requirements we need. We explain those and also explain a number of careers, because most of the people, they don't know that in the South African National Defence Force we have different careers, from doctors to lawyers, finance and all those things. They only think or believe, that's a perception which is out there, that the army is only just about, the defense force is just the army and about patrolling or shooting or killing people out there.
Brigadier, we're going to leave it there, but thank you very much for talking to us. Brigadier General Kolani Mabanga talking to us about the SANDF and some of the displays and things that were happening here. As you heard, on the 3rd of April, that's when the Rand Easter Show wraps. So come up with your family, climb into a tank, switch on a helicopter. I think they're allowed to switch on a helicopter. No, I don't think so. But all of that stuff, all of that stuff here at the Rand Easter Show. We take an ad break. You don't get anywhere.
Sam Marshall, thank you very much indeed.